Continuing our lesson on writing and evaluating algebraic expressions, if you look at workbook page 45, number 3, they want us to write an expression that represents the weight of an object that weighs 12 pounds and increases by 5/10 of a pound per month m. So for that one, we're starting with the 12 pounds, increasing by 5/10 a pound per month. So adding 5/10 times however many months. That would be our expression. And again, that's all they're asking us to do there, so that would be it for that problem. The next section, they want us to evaluate each expression for the given value of the variable or variables. So if we just look at number 6, this is an example of one where we have to substitute for two variables. So in this case, k is 20 and m is -2. So multiplication is going to come before the subtraction here. So 3/10 times 20 would be 6. 3/10 times 10 would be 3, so double that would be 6. Over here, you might want to add the opposite there. We're going to look at that as a -4 times a -2. Negative times negative is going to be a positive. Remember, the bad guy leaves town. That's good. So negative times negative is positive, so that would be a +8. And then we would just be adding 6 plus 8, which is 14. Look at number 11. A freight train traveling at a rate of 22.5 miles per hour is 60 miles from its destination. How far from the destination will the train be in 2 5/10 hours? This one, they technically did not say we had to write an expression first, but just for practice, it's probably not a bad idea, just in case, because they could have asked us that. Okay, so what we want to think about is we have this train, and this train, it's 60 miles away from where it's trying to get, and it is going towards its destination, 22.5 miles per hour. So we're trying to figure out how far it's going to be away in 2.5 hours. So just think about, again, your starting point. The starting point is that it's 60 miles away, and then is its distance from its destination going to be getting smaller or bigger? Well, it's going towards its destination. We're assuming, I guess. It doesn't say that, but anyway, so our distance from the destination is going to be getting smaller. So 60 miles minus, and this is going to be 22.5 miles per hour times however many hours that they're driving for. Okay, so again, we could say let H represent the number of hours the train drives. Okay, so that would be our expression. Technically, they didn't ask for it this time, but just in case. And so we're going for 2.5 hours. So we know we need to do multiplication here before we do the subtraction. So if you work that out, that should be 56.25. And then if you subtract that, again, if you were subtracting by hand, we would have to line up our decimals. We would have to borrow. Okay, make sure we don't forget all these things that we've learned how to do through the years. Anyway, that would be 3.75 miles. So very close to its destination at that point. A different question they could have asked would have been, how long would it take to get there? And how long would it take to get there? Well, we could take 60 miles divided by 22.5. How many 22.5s do we need until we get there? That would tell us how many hours until we get there. Number 12, an elevator began at an elevation of 85.5 feet and ascended at a rate of 2.75 feet per second. What was the elevation after 8 seconds? Again, they didn't ask for an expression, but not a bad practice. We're starting 85.5 feet. Ascended means went up. Okay, Jesus ascended into heaven. 2.75 feet per second. So again, they're going up, so their elevation is going to increase. Means we're going to add this. So 2.75 feet per second times however many seconds. Okay, again, let S represent the number of seconds. If you use an S for your variable, probably a cursive S so it doesn't look like a 5 would be a good choice. And we're trying to figure out after 8 seconds, so again, understand we would be doing the multiplication here first before we add these together. So multiply that would be 22, and then you add those together would be 107.5. Right here again, just another reminder, if you are adding these decimals lined up, 22 doesn't have a decimal, well, it's the same as 22 and 0/10. So 107.5 feet would be the elevation of the elevator after 8 seconds. Number 14, Amanda bought G gallons of paint for $16.55 per gallon and T pints of paint thinner for $5.97 per pint. So this one does ask us write an expression for the total amount Amanda spent. So we have our paint plus we have our paint thinner. So the paint, it's going to be $16.55 per gallon times G gallons, however many we bought, plus our paint thinner is $5.97 a pint times however many pints. And again, they told us what variables to use, so just go ahead and use those. So that would be our expression. And then part B, if she bought 8 gallons of paint and 3 pints of paint thinner, how much did she spend? So that would just be substituting. So $16.55, 8 gallons of paint, and $5.97 times 3 pints of paint thinner. Once again, we would need to do the multiplication parts here first before we add those together. And when you work that out, that is $150.31. So this gives you an idea of how to write and evaluate algebraic expressions.